Welcome to the Ultimate American Football Trivia Game. Are you ready to put your knowledge to the test? We've got a thrilling lineup of questions coming your way, all centered around the incredible world of American football. Think you've got what it takes to tackle these trivia questions? From basics to historic moments, from pop culture crossovers to playoff trivia, there's something for everyone in this game. So gear up, get your game face on, and let the adrenaline kick in. Get ready because it's game time. Starting off with some basics, what is the maximum number of players allowed on the field per team during a game? The answer is 11. Yes, each team can have up to 11 players on the field at any given time. But remember, the total roster is much larger, with teams usually having 53 players, providing a deep bench of talent for different positions and situations. Let's move on. What is the standard length of a professional American football game? If you're thinking in terms of quarters, you're on the right track. There are 4 quarters in a game, each lasting 15 minutes. So the standard game length is 60 minutes. But with timeouts, halftime, and any potential overtime periods, the real world duration can stretch over 3 hours. Now, let's delve into the scoring system. How many points is a touchdown worth? Take a moment to think about it. If you said 6 points, you're correct. A touchdown is the most lucrative play in football, earning the team 6 points. But don't forget the extra point opportunity after a touchdown, which can add 1 or 2 more to the tally, depending on whether the team opts for a kick or a 2-point conversion. Next up, what's the term for the 10-yard area at each end of the field? This one's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it? Yes, it's the end zone. Crossing into the opponent's end zone with possession of the ball is how touchdowns are scored. Finally, a bit of a tricky one. How long is the 2-minute warning? Despite its name, the 2-minute warning actually doesn't have a set duration. It's a pause in the game when there are 2 minutes left in each half, allowing teams to strategize. The actual length depends on various factors, including game strategies and television commercial breaks. That's the end of the first round. How did you do? Moving into some history, which team won the first Super Bowl ever held? Let's take a journey back in time when the grass was greener and the games were grittier. The year is 1967. The Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs faced off in what would become a historic event, the first Super Bowl. After a grueling battle, it was the Packers who emerged victorious. Continuing our trip down memory lane, do you recall the longest run in NFL history? It was a 99-yard run, an incredible feat achieved by none other than Tony Dorsett of the Dallas Cowboys in 1983. Now, that's a record that's hard to beat. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about the Immaculate Reception. A play so remarkable it changed the course of history for the Pittsburgh Steelers. In the 1972 playoffs, Franco Harris caught a deflected pass and raced to the end zone, clinching a win against the Oakland Raiders. It was a moment etched forever in the annals of football history. All right, let's move to another monumental event. Who holds the record for the most points scored in a single season? The answer is the Denver Broncos with 606 points in 2013. That's a lot of trips to the end zone. Now, let's talk about the Ice Bowl. It was the coldest NFL game ever played, with temperatures reaching a mind-numbing negative 13 degrees Fahrenheit. The Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys faced off in this chilling environment in 1967. The Packers, showing their mettle, managed to pull off the win in the bone-chilling cold. Our final question for this round: who is the only player to have won 5 Super Bowl rings as a player? The honor goes to Charles Haley, who achieved this incredible feat playing with the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. And that concludes our historic moments round. Ready for more? Now, let's cross over into pop culture. Which American football player made a cameo in the movie The Blind Side? This round blends the worlds of football and pop culture, creating a trivia game that's as diverse as our audience's interests. Here, we're not just testing your knowledge of game rules or historic moments, but also your awareness of how football intersects with music, film, and television. So, did you guess the answer to our opening question? If you said Michael O'Hare, then you're absolutely right. O'Hare, whose life story inspired The Blind Side, made a brief appearance in the movie. Now, let's move on to question 2. Remember the popular sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Can you name the NFL player who made a guest appearance in one of the episodes? If you're thinking of Bo Jackson, you've got it. Jackson, a former professional baseball and football player, appeared as himself in an episode. Next up, let's talk Super Bowl halftime shows. They're known for featuring some of the biggest names in music. But can you remember which Super Bowl had the largest TV audience in history? It was Super Bowl Selva's X, with a whopping 114.4 million viewers, and featured Katy Perry as the halftime show performer. For our final question, let's dive into the world of commercials. Can you name the former NFL player who has appeared in numerous Papa John's commercials? If you said Peyton Manning, you're correct. Manning, who is also a franchisee of the pizza chain, has appeared in many of their commercials. So there you have it, a fun mix of football and pop culture, proving that the influence of this sport extends far beyond the field. It's more than just a game, it's a cultural phenomenon that has touched every corner of our society. That's a wrap for our football and pop culture round. How are you holding up? Next up, we're diving into playoff trivia. Who holds the record for the most touchdowns in a single playoff game? Let's see if you know your stuff. Is it A, Jerry Rice, B, Tom Brady, C, Peyton Manning, or D, Ricky Watters? Take a moment to mull it over, and the answer is D, Ricky Watters. In 1994, he made history with 5 touchdowns for the San Francisco 49ers against the New York Giants. Let's move on. Who has the most career playoff wins as a quarterback? Is it A, Joe Montana, B, Brett Favre, C, Tom Brady, or D, Peyton Manning? Think it through. The correct answer is C, Tom Brady. With over 30 playoff victories, he's in a league of his own. Now, here's a tricky one. Which team holds the record for the most consecutive playoff appearances? Is it A, New England Patriots, B, Pittsburgh Steelers, C, Green Bay Packers, or D, Kansas City Chiefs? Give it some thought. The answer is A, New England Patriots. They made the playoffs for 11 straight seasons from 2009 to 2019. All right, let's switch gears. Which player holds the record for the most field goals made in a single playoff game? Is it A, Adam Vinatieri, B, Matt Stover, C, Gary Anderson, or D, Steven Gostkowski? Ponder it. And the answer is B, Matt Stover. In 2000, he kicked 5 field goals for the Baltimore Ravens against the Oakland Raiders. Lastly, here's a fun one. Which team was the first to win 5 Super Bowls? Is it A, Dallas Cowboys, B, San Francisco 49ers, C, Pittsburgh Steelers, or D, New England Patriots? Take a moment. The correct answer is C, Pittsburgh Steelers. They clinched their 5th Super Bowl win in 1979. And that's the end of our playoff trivia round. Are you ready for the final round? Now let's move into our final round. It's time for some bonus questions. This round is the final drive, the last push to victory. It's where the pressure is on and the stakes are high. The bonus round, where we challenge you with random yet more challenging questions covering a wide range of topics. Let's dive right in. Our first bonus question for this round is a test of your knowledge of American football history. Who was the first player to rush for 1,000 yards in a single season? Was it A, Jim Brown, B, O.J. Simpson, C, Beatty Feathers, or D, Barry Sanders? Take a moment to think about it. The correct answer is C, Beatty Feathers, who achieved this feat in 1934. Moving on to the next one. This question merges the world of football and film. Which NFL star made a memorable appearance in the 1998 comedy There's Something About Mary? Was it A, Brett Favre, B, Tom Brady, C, Peyton Manning, or D, Dan Marino? A little bit of thinking might help. The correct answer is A, Brett Favre. Our third question takes us back to the field. Who holds the record for the longest punt in NFL history? Is it A, Steve O'Neal, B, Ray Guy, C, Reggie Roby, or D, Bob Cameron? Give it a thought. The correct answer is A, Steve O'Neal, with a punt of 98 yards in 1969. And now for the final question of the round. A true test of your football pop culture knowledge. Which football player competed in the 12th season of Dancing with the Stars? Was it A, Jerry Rice, B, Michael Irvin, C, Chad Ochocinco, or D, Emmitt Smith? Ponder over it. The correct answer is C, Chad Ochocinco. These bonus questions were designed to challenge even the most knowledgeable football fans. They covered everything from football history to pop culture, testing your knowledge on various aspects of the sport. And that concludes our final round in our game. Let's see how you did. Well, that's the end of our American football trivia game. I hope you had as much fun playing as I did asking the questions. We tackled everything from basic rules, historic moments, to pop culture crossovers and playoff trivia. You've journeyed through the thrilling world of American football and hopefully learned a few fun facts along the way. Now share your newfound knowledge, challenge your friends, and see who the real MVP is. Thank you for playing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trivia games. Until next time, keep the trivia spirit alive.